All right. Cue the music, do the thing. We just went live, so give it about 2 or 3 minutes. Just have people shuffle in, and then we'll get started. I know Ron did lots of interesting things over the weekend. And I know Jake actually did a really cool, interesting thing over the weekend.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I'll talk about things. Yeah.
And then one we can talk about obviously the let goes.
Yeah. I already
Um
got something pulled up for that. So,
I figured. But before we talk about the let goes, after the quick minute, uh I I want to bring up something because uh I just thought about this and I just want to ask you guys a question.
oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh, I got you.
So I think especially both of you guys will have fun with this one, or at least I'm hoping.
I got something fun for you.
For me,
Yeah.
oh, give it to me.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I figured that you'd enjoy it. Sometimes you just need someone to be like, I I decline you. Dude, I am tired. Oh boy, we got a show. Like I'm trying to pick myself up by eating warheads, like the extreme sour ones.
You're eating warheads, Ron. What is up?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm gonna,
okay?
dude. I am out. I am out for the count. I can't even open it. I can't open warheads. I'm failing. I'm on my last gosh dang.
Well, both of you guys, gosh dang.
I got the gosh dangs in me. Let me tell you.
No, I'm fine. I'm here. My head's kind of hurting a little bit, but I'll be all right eventually. Um, but my
It's the
part
side
is,
effects. It's the side effects.
well, it's a combination of things. I hyped myself up to hear about my position that I was hoping to get today, and they never responded. And part of me is like, oh, that just means like they're not responding yet. But there's that, intrusive thought part that's like, well, you know why they didn't respond, right? Because you didn't get it. So fighting that part of me, uh, I got no money because we had to get groceries and birthday party supplies over the weekend. So I got no money till next Wednesday. So I was excited because my monthly Warhammer kit thing was coming in today. And I was like, oh, cool. That'll give me something to do for a while. Like, because those kits are always like, kind of beefy and have stuff to do. And it was very simplistic. Okay, let's get started now that we got some homies here.
I think you got to murder someone now.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
I want to see your face like in a picture while some British guy is talking about how things have changed for you and that you murdered people and that you're currently awaiting trial.
I don't think we
I
need
want to
do
see
that.
you on Coffee House Crime. I want to see you on Lazy Masquerade. I want to see you on Nexpo's Disturbing Stories from the Internet. I wish this for you.
Yeah, well, you know what, Ron? I want to see you on H3H3.
You know who was on H3H3?
Who, Ron?
Gosh dang Oliver Tree. He had a big old fat jewel.
Let's get started.
All right, let's get started. Who's introing?
It's one of
You
you
should.
two.
It's me.
Okay, I'll do it.
You got to promote your good stuff.
Should I do a promotion like that in the intro? It feels so off-brand to the intro.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, I
was
mean
about
I can still do like the intro. I just don't think I'll do like the St. Jude promo stuff.
I mean, you can do it in the intro or right after the intro before you introduce us. Either way, or you can
I'll
do it at the end of the episode, or you.
I'll do it at some point.
And you can do it right in the middle.
I'll do it at some point.
Do it in the middle of the quick pop, quick minute.
Give it.
Yeah, interrupt Ron to tell him about St. Jude.
Yeah, tell me to stop the music. Tell me to stop the music, and I'll stop.
No. Hold
Look,
on.
Jake and I are giving you good ideas, and you're just like rejecting us.
Yeah, stop poo-pooing our ideas, Ace.
You're giving me
no more poo-poo
ideas.
Ace, we are not here for the doo-doo. We're here for the wrestles, the graps. We're not here for the craps. We're here for the graps.
No craps here. Straight graps. Ace,
Ron,
make that into a shirt.
Ron, new t-shirt. New t-shirt.
New t-shirt. New t-shirt.
Anyway. Okay. Media assets. Intro music. All right. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go retro. Some of you may get the reference, and some of you may not, and that's okay. But I'm also out of ideas. All right, and 3, 2, 1. The FitnessGram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Please line up at the start. The running speed will start slowly, but will get faster each minute after you hear the signal. A single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Remember to run in a straight line and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over. The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready. This is the Quick Pop Podcast.
In the ring, we're talking loud. Ace shake and raunchy proud. Quick Pop Podcast all around. Wrestling fans, we break it down. Hear the slam, hear the roar. Every night we give you more.
Yes, you heard it here first, folks. This is the Quick Pop Podcast. I am Ace of Spades Card, and I am, as always, joined by my two lovely co-hosts, a one DJ Jazzy Jake, and a
That's
one
me.
Raunchy, and a one Raunchy Ron.
That's me.
That's you.
That's
How
you.
is it
me.
going, fellas?
The first one was me. Second one was Ron.
Yeah, the first one was Jake. The second one was me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was the second one, and Jake was the first.
I'm number one. He's number two.
It's fit. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm poop. He's pee.
Yep. PP. PP boy.
P-
That's me.
PP Boy and Poo Poo Man.
You know about
This-
the Quick Pop podcast is I'm
Hey,
PP
can I
Boy.
tell
and that's
you P-Bib? I'm going to tell you about P-Bib. P-Bib is a worm, and he's doing great things. But there's Jake. He's number 1. He's PP. And I'm raunchy number 2, Poo Poo.
Wait, that makes Ace number 3.
No, that makes Ace 0, Patient 0.
Oh, Ace is patient 0. Ace is the reason we're sick. Okay, so that's the reason we're in this undisclosed location with these respirators, just in case.
We are quarantined. That's why we've never been on the same screen together, is because Ace has given us a fatal disease, and the only way that we could cure ourselves from this disease is to be further and further away from him.
And talk about wrestling. They say wrestling cures all.
Wrestling does cure all.
Yeah.
I'm number 2. You're number 1.
I'm number 1. I'm number 1.
He's Patient 0.
Patient
And this
0.
is my podcast.
I was very tempted to just run the intro again.
I was just about to say, do we just
I was
need to
like-
have me and Ron
I was
just
hoping that you would.
talk
I
nuts?
was like, I was hovering over it. I was like, no.
Like
No.
it was the best of layups.
Oh no, it
Uh,
absolutely was. But there was a part of me that was like, no, you can't. This is bullshit.
Either that, or if right after Ron said it's Quick Pop Podcast, you just hit the outro music,
Yeah,
and you're
just
like,
like-
no, we're done.
Good night, folks.
Good night. Thanks.
Good night, we're done. That is it, boys. It has been like a whole 7 days. How do you guys do?
No.
No, Ron, you don't want to speak on how you've been doing.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Yo, okay.
Had
And-
my absolute worst 2-day event this past weekend. I am not feeling good about things. I needed to pay rent with that money. I needed to get a U-Haul with that money. I needed to be able to survive on that money. Because we technically have 2 places right now. We have a place in Dallas and we have a place in Houston. We're still in Dallas, but moving to Houston. And oh my gosh, hecking shoot. This show that I went to freaking blew. It was bad. It was donkey dung clown shoes. It was horrible. The only 2 things that made it good is that I was sharing a booth with a friend. And so those are usually pretty fun. Oh, and there was a guy that was just handing out red Solo cups and a keg from his backpack, and I thought that was pretty cool. And the third one, I was across the alley from some very questionable scenery.
Oh yeah, I heard about your scenery in your vision cone.
Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. I was having a good time, but I had the worst time. I will never go back to that show. That show was donkey dung, boo boo gumshoes. I hate them. Like, legitimately worst 2-day event I have ever done since I've been doing this. So
That's some pretty.
I was about to say, because you've had some like ready to fight an entire conventions before.
yeah.
I've never heard you straight up be like, nah.
Yeah, no, like me and my booth partner, we were like, nah, this isn't it. Like, they were asking for like re-ups for like $250, and we're like, no, are you kidding me? You could go F yourself. I'm
The
done.
audacity to at the event be like, so you're coming back next year, right?
No, absolutely not. If you go down like, I don't know, $25, $50 a table, then yeah. But $300 initially on a first year, no. Yeah, you could go bunk off. You could bounce out Buster. Like, you're out. You're done.
It was that bad? Dang.
Yeah. How was yours, Jake?
How's my weekend?
Yeah.
Pretty good for the most part. Saturday, I drove down to Nashville to see this little indie band. You may have heard of them, called Metallica.
Never heard of him.
No, yeah, okay.
I was about to say.
Wait, that's Axl Rose, right? That's Axl Rose.
I hate you so much, Ron. I hate you so
That's
much right now.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No.
One more try.
Oh, yeah, go one more.
Who's the loud guy from Megadeth?
Yep,
All
that's
of
it. That's it. The loud guy from Megadeth. He is Metallica. You're right.
Okay.
He's not in Megadeth. He's in Metallica. Good call. No, I went to Nashville to see Metallica's 72 Seasons tour with Limp Bizkit and Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, see, this is topical because he's bringing up Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit is the sound of wrestling.
Limp Bizkit is the sound. Limp Bizkit was fun, man. Limp Bizkit was very fun live. Fred Durst knew his job. He knew it's like everyone's here to see Metallica, so I'm just gonna have fun, hype up Metallica. And yeah, like they were playing like other people's, like the DJ in between every one of their songs was playing other people's songs, and he was getting like a metal crowd to sing songs a metal crowd shouldn't be singing. It was great. It was great.
Party in the USA.
Yeah, like they did Hip Hop Hooray. They did I can't remember the name of it, but that I just wanna lose your love tonight. Like that song.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, they had like a whole metal crowd singing that. It was great. It was great. And then I mean Metallica's Metallica. They're freaking awesome.
There we go.
I did almost get in a fight with a hotel manager though.
I thought you were gonna say I almost got in a fight with Lars Ulrich, and I'm like, yeah, beat that guy senseless.
Listen, I understand loss.
Anyone could do a snare roll. Anyone could do a snare roll. Anyone could do a blast beat. Give me something new, Lars.
Hey. If we're going to go down this path, I will tell you this. I agree. However, he may not be the best drummer, but I think Lars is a perfect drummer for that band because that band needs the guitar to take center stage and needs like the technical guitar, especially when they were first starting in the 80s, needs that technical guitar. So Lars, all he needed to do is be a serviceable drummer to the technical guitar that was Hetfield and Cliff Burton. So if he can just keep up with them, that's all they needed him to do. But I get your point to the level that Metallica is raised musically with a bunch of people. When you listen to it and like pay attention to his, it's like, I mean, he's doing like 3 or 4 things, and that's it.
I feel that. Ace, how do you feel about Saint Anger?
Saint Anger?
They didn't play it, and that's what's good.
What to say, like out of left field. How do you feel about?
Oh wait, sidebar, Ron. Since you're doing a lot of poo pooing here, you're being a poo poo boy.
I'm being a poo poo boy.
I mean, you were number 2.
I'm number 2. You're number 1.
Do you? I'm number 1.
Yep.
Do you not like Metallica?
No, they're all right.
They're all right. Interesting.
Well, you got to think about this. Like in the time of like Black Sabbath and I think King Crimson and Metallica, I was listening to stuff like Queen and Prince, and so I'm completely from a different like I guess musical era when I was younger.
Well, see, here's the thing: I did listen to all those things that you just said. I just had a brother that was 8 years older than me that listened to just rap and Metallica and some other metal bands. So growing up, I listened to oldies and classic rock with my parents, and then I listened to Tupac, Biggie, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Metallica with my brother.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah, because I listened to country with my dad. You know, like George Jones, Mark Chestnut, and then just started listening to like he got me into Queen, and then Prince, Purple Rain, like you know.
Yeah. That's cool. I just like I was like, do you not like them at all? Like, I know some of their later stuff is their later stuff leaves a little bit to be desired, but man, the 80s and early 90s Metallica is just good.
Ace, how you feeling?
How are you, Ace?
How are you feeling?
Right over there. Patient Zero. How are you?
Looking like Saint Anger over there.
I was about to say.
I'm just.
Is Saint Anger in your head?
Hey, Ace, are you madly in anger with us?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just checking. Ace, the silence is making me think you are. Ace,
silence is making me think that he's got other things on his mind because it is the month of May. So Ace is in a completely different world right now.
No.
The Ace you know.
He said no. Wait. Hold on a second.
From 11 months is not the Ace that we're getting now. This Ace is beyond all comprehension.
Ace, are you saying no because you're not prepared to do the plug? Is that it? You don't want to do it here? Is that it?
Sure.
Oh, wait, Ace. I mean, come on. We really need to do the plug. How long will it take you to get ready to do this plug?
57 minutes.
57 minutes. It needs the whole Ace, I need you to trim that down. I need you to trim that down.
Probably about like 56 or 55 minutes, maybe. Trim
No.
56 or 55 minutes.
Guys, I got a topic. Ron has some things to talk about. We got to get to it. Like, he needs to pop this thing out. Ace, can you do this in like a minute, 60 seconds, something like that?
Just like a single minute? That's gonna be fast. But I mean, I'll give it a try. Like,
no, I mean, can you be ready in a minute? Just pull up your stuff.
Yeah, can you pop out a good one in a minute?
Yes.
All right, I'll try and pull it out in a minute.
While you do that, this is the quick pop, quick minute.
This is a quick pop, quick minute.
Welcome one and all to the Quick Pop Kapoo Quick Minute. Obviously, this is a short form wrestling podcast within a long form wrestling epic. That is the Quick Pop Podcast. I'm your one and only host of the Quick Pop Quick Minute, Raunchy. We will talk about some wrestling news that we may or may not cover in this episode, or weird one-off tidbits and factoids they may not know about. Anyway, let's ring that bell and take it home. Hold on, I swallowed my warhead.
Hang on, we'll run it back.
It's a quick pop, quick minute.
Welcome one and all to the Quick Pop Quick Minute. Obviously, a short form wrestling podcast within a long form wrestling epic. That is a Quick Pop Podcast. I am your one and only host of the Quick Pop Quick Minute, Raunchy. We'll talk about some wrestling news that we may not cover in this episode, or weird one-off tidbits and factoids that you may not know about. Anyway, let's ring that bell and take it home. AEW star Darby Allin is currently climbing Mount Everest and recently claimed a world record by landing a kickflip. Did you know that Ace is doing stuff for St. Jude this month?
It's a quick pop, quick minute.
Welcome one and all to the Quick Pop Quick Minute. Obviously, this is a short form wrestling report podcast, a long form wrestling epic. That is the Quick Pop Podcast. I am your one and only host of the Quick Pop Quick Minute, Raji. We will talk about some wrestling news we may not cover in this episode, or weird one-off tidbits and factoids you may not know about. Anyway, let's ring that bell and take it home. Oh, AEW star Darby Allin is currently climbing Mount Everest and recently claimed a world record by landing a kickflip on a skateboard at 20,958 feet above sea level near Camp 2. In a video shared on Instagram, a bearded Allin performs the trip, calling it the highest kickflip ever recorded. The climb, which began last month, marks a long-awaited personal goal for Allin, postponed from 2024 due to injury. He expects to reach the summit by June. WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin spoke about his unexpected ATV crash during WrestleMania 41, where he clipped a barricade while making his entrance. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, Austin attributed the mishap to an unfamiliar throttle setup, joking that it was only his pride that was injured. Despite concerns that potential injuries or lawsuits, Austin assured fans that everyone was okay, though he admitted the incident was embarrassing on such a big night. The second mishap saw him miss the ramp and briefly get lost on his way to the ring. TNA Wrestling has appointed Eric Tompkins and Ross Foreman as new vice presidents, marking the latest shift in the company's ongoing executive overhaul. Tompkins, formerly director of TV production, and Foreman, who has led media relations over 20 years, were reportedly introduced to the locker room as part of the revamped leadership. This move follows Carlos Silva's recent promotion to TNA president in February, amid a wave of high-profile departures tied to internal restructuring. The company continues to show signs of growth, including a newly announced TV deal in Latin America. Finally, Keanu Carver, a rising star in WWE's Evolve brand, has deleted his X account following a string of fiery posts reacting to recent talent cuts. While Carver wasn't released, he voiced frustration over friends being let go and appeared to take aim at a major WWE name, reportedly Roman Reigns. One post read, "These MFs ain't ready for this. They eating these Samoan MFs who think they like that, who be voting for Trump and ain't really like that." The post, referencing both ethnicity and political views, drew heavy backlash. Though the account is now deleted, screenshots remain online. Neither WWE nor Reigns has commented publicly. And that just so happens to be your quick minute.
I'm so proud of you. You made it through one take.
Yep, just one
All
take.
I needed was one take.
Ron, I want you to know if we both had cameras, one, me and Ace would have watched you almost die, and two, you literally would have watched me almost fall out of my chair laughing at that.
It was so like I just inhaled and all of a sudden I felt it and I was like, no, because I was telling you earlier before the podcast, I was trying to wake myself up by eating like the extreme sour warheads, and okay, remind me never to do that again.
Yeah, hey, Ron, never do that again.
Yeah, thank you. And if I do it again, you can cut me from the show.
You know what? I will do that. But
No. Our
guys,
budget's fine.
our budget's fine. Okay. Well, guys, hold on.
Is it because I don't work as hard as everyone else?
I mean, you said it, not us.
No, it's because our budget is like $20.
Well, is it because I am not a straight white male?
I mean, you said it, not us.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm getting old in my age?
Yeah, me and Ace have had a discussion. The closer you get to my age, the more likely you're going to get kicked out.
Is it because I'm not deriding the president of the United States of America?
I mean, we have thought that that's something you may enjoy, but no, that has nothing to do with it.
Well, as Timeless Tony Storm once said, I'm here and I'm queer.
And you're timeless.
And you're here.
So, guys, speaking of random nonsense that Ron likes to spew, and most of those things Ron just got off the internet, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So there is a debate raging on the internet.
Oh, Ethan
I'm
finally
sure
reached
you've heard this.
33.
Do what?
What?
What'd you say?
I didn't say that.
Is it black and blue or is it yellow and white?
It's none of those.
Is it Yanni or Laurel?
It's black and gold.
Always Laurel. So, fellas, there is a debate of who would win in a fight, a gorilla or 100 men. So, I wanted to bring this debate to the Quick Pop podcast, but with a twist. I want to ask you, who would win in a fight? A gorilla versus the last 100 WWE World Champions.
There aren't even that.
Wait,
There's
hold
not
on,
even
hold on.
100.
Let me
One
throw
of
you.
them-
Let
One
me
of
throw
them is
you
Daniel
some names.
Bryan, and he wrestled a bear, and I feel like we're in pretty good slows.
I think so as well. But let me just give you some. Like, if you think of names like Roman Reigns, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, Jey
Oh
Uso.
yeah, no,
Gunther.
absolutely do this so we can get rid of Bill Goldberg.
Exactly. Jey Uso, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest. Like, that is just to name a few of them. Like, the last 100 world champions for WWE versus a gorilla. Who you got, guys? Do you think these WWE champions can defeat a gorilla?
I think we have some very technical wrestlers in there that will know how to give some severe graps. So I think it's possible, yeah.
I mean, I
Daniel
say just
Bryan
give
wrestled a bear.
Goldberg and Brock Lesnar to try to tackle it, and they'll get taken out. But then everyone else can do it. Kevin Owens doesn't have to fight the gorilla; he can just yell at it.
Yeah, this is not a silverback gorilla. As you can see, the hair on the back of this gorilla is black. It's not silver. And his name is Elias. It's not Ezekiel.
He's looking like, that's not a gorilla. It's not a gorilla. That's Elias.
Yes. That's an orangutan.
But in all seriousness, do you guys think that they can take him?
Yeah,
You do.
I do.
Okay. Ace?
Are they? Is it like literally 101, or is it like Royal Rumble style?
101.
Like
101 in like, I don't know, let's say a football field. It's a stadium stampede match.
But they can't use any weapons. They have to use their bodies. Yeah, still. Yeah.
See, I think
Gorilla's
so
going down. Gorilla's going down.
Because that's a lot of meaty men slapping a gorilla.
Yeah.
I think so
like you
too.
think of some of the bigger people like Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Yokozuna, Big E. Like they can muscle them down, but then you have technical wrestlers like Daniel Bryan and Bret Hart that know how to do some. Oh my gosh, Chris Benoit is back in this. Hey,
right.
Yeah, Chris Benoit is murdering people. There is bloodthirsty anger within this boy.
I have to say exactly what time frame. What exact time frame? Because if it's
you said no, you just last 100. Last 100.
Benoit is ready to go.
I don't think there's 100 champions, but if there were, Chris Benoit is in.
Whoa! You don't think there's been 100 champions in the history of WWE/F?
Well, how far are we going? Are we going WWE or WWE/F or WWE/F/WWF?
Here's the thing. Also, you'd think, Ron, at certain times there was the WWE Championship and the World Championship. I'm letting them both count.
Oh, so that means we get WCW in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But anyone that has ever been in WWE that has held a world title.
Oh, Sheiky Baby's going to be in it. I mean, he will be the first to offer up Hogan on a silver platter.
That's right. Sheiky's going to push Hogan into the gorilla first.
Yeah. And while the gorilla is distracted, that's when everyone else strikes.
That's right. See, there you
Chris Benoit will have the killing blow.
Of course
because he was the most versed in it.
He needs a body count, guys.
Wait, did Jimmy Snuka was a former champion, right? Or no?
He was not a world champion. He was an intercontinental champion.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, we still got Chris Benoit.
We do still have Benoit. I mean, listen, guys, you got a murderer on your team, so it's going to win. You
Jeff Hardy can drug it.
Jeff Hardy can drug. Stone Cold can pour beer on
it. No, Stone Cold can drive an ATV right into the gorilla.
No outside weapon.
Put the gorilla behind a barricade. Dawson will hit it.
Well, can we allow Chris Benoit to have a Bowflex?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah, but all weapons aside, yeah, no. My answer is still 100 former champions can take out a silverback gorilla.
Can I say, when you brought up that,
we have crimes on our side.
I was convinced that you're watching the same like TikTok/Instagram reels, because I've been seeing nothing but like countdown and it hits to 20 and then like Stone Cold's music hits or Chris Benoit's music hits. Like, I was convinced you and I are watching the same TikToks.
Actually, I just came up with this because that question just keeps, it's all over the internet.
Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot in my Yakuza / Like a Dragon feed.
I heard
can 100 Cosmic Kiryus defeat a gorilla?
Yeah, so I heard some people debating it. One person was like, well, can I pick the 100 people? Like, what type of people can I pick? And it just clicked in my head. I'm like, what if it was 100 WWE champions? And so, like, yeah, that's the reason I wanted to propose it to you guys, is because I just thought of that the other day when I heard people debating, like, can I pick what type of people I send?
Nash has the finger poke of doom.
Dude.
Like, it's over. He's
going to poke that gorilla.
He's going to poke the gorilla.
Watch out, that gorilla getting poked.
That gorilla is getting straight up. Oh my god, I was about to say something. Nope.
It's okay, it's a gorilla.
Poked. Okay, straight up fingered.
That gorilla finna get straight up booked to lose.
Yeah, because Vinnie Mac is in the last 100.
He is in the last 100. Vince McMahon will be in that battle royale.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, he's gonna book it. He's gonna see the gorilla taking a nice old poo, and he's like, "Oh, this reminds me of something." And Brock Lesnar's just like laughing.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Look, you posed the question.
I did. And I don't know what I expected, but I think I got more than what I expected.
Anytime that we can mention Chris Benoit, like
Mention Chris
I'll
anytime
take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, anytime Ron can have Chris Benoit mentioned.
I mean, Jake, did you even think about that?
To be honest, no. Like some of the other stuff you mentioned, I've thought about. I totally forgot that Benoit would be in the last 100
in the Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I did not think about the fact that we would have a convicted murderer.
Well, I mean, technically, he wasn't
No,
tried.
don't defend. That's a hill that we do not need to die on.
Well, actually, you mark.
There's no need to take that side. It's okay. You can be on the.
I don't have Ace. I don't have a filter. I'm tired.
I know you don't.
I'm cranky.
That is why I am here to say
to moderate.
Okay. You can be opposed.
Wrangle it in.
Yeah.
Are you my handler? You gonna cut me loose? Is that what you're gonna do, Ace? You're gonna cut me loose?
I don't think it's a good idea to say cut you loose.
Speaking of cutting loose,
I love that it went two completely different places. I love that it did that. Okay, here we go.
Speaking of cutting loose, the WWE did their after WrestleMania cuts this last week. There were some names, as always, some surprises, some non-surprises. Me and Ace was talking about this in our chat. Like you were saying, Ace, it was Braun Strowman and I forget who else you said was the surprise one to you.
Dakota Kai.
No,
Shayna Baszler.
Shayna was the other surprise.
Yeah.
I got the full list here.
To me, Gigi Dolan's and Cora Jade was the surprise to me. Gigi Dolan's just was in a 6-woman tag at the last NXT pay-per-view, and 2 weeks ago was in the crowd on Raw as like, oh, it's an NXT girl that may be coming up.
So we got Shayna Baszler, Dakota Kai, Braun Strowman, Caden Carter, Katana Chance, Gigi Dolan, Eddie Thorpe, Javier Bernal, Oro Mensah, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Cora Jade, and Riley Osborne.
I think there were a couple more. Jakara Jackson. Jakara Jackson is one.
Yeah.
And Shotzi isn't renewed.
Yeah, she's not let go, but she's not renewed. Yeah, pretty much she's let go. Like, she's in that group.
And I think Danny Palmer was like the next day.
I think you may be right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they did some pretty big cuts. And I remember like the whole thing that I was saying about, oh, is it because I'm lazy or is it because I'm gay or because I'm too old? Apparently that was a narrative that was pushed, since Braun Strowman is now released, Dave Meltzer took it upon himself to control the narrative, and said that the reason why a lot of these wrestlers were cut is because either they were lazy or they were too old or they were expensive. But we didn't also mention the underlying aspect, which was like pointed out by a lot of people, that a lot of the wrestlers that share a different romance preference have been released.
Really?
Like they said that currently in the WWE, there is one referee, I don't remember the name, and then Piper Niven are the only ones who are LGBTQ IA plus. Because you just cut Dakota Kai, who has had rumors of dating Shayna Baszler. So that in itself, you got
really. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it looks weird, and it could be the reason why Tony Storm recently, she had her like "I'm here and I'm queer" promo. Oh yeah, Shotzi too. I believe Shotzi is a someone that is out,
No,
and I want to say Riley Osborne as well.
Shotzi's married to a dude.
Yeah, but just because you're married to a dude doesn't mean that you're not attracted to another gender.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant she was like. I'm probably gonna show my ignorance here, so if I say anything,
go for it.
I'm not meaning to. I thought you meant like she is a full blown.
Oh no,
a woman, and so I was like, no, she's not. She's married to a dude. But I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
You're saying she can be bisexual and marry a man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's fine. And I thought you were like, no, Shotzi's a lesbian. I'm like, well, it's going to be very difficult to tell her husband.
Right. But yeah, no. Shotzi, I believe, if I remember correctly, she is bisexual.
Yeah. Did you see not Dakota? Core Jade and Gigi Dolan's taking shots back at Dave Meltzer's source that said like they release people that are lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like good for them. Like I there are some people on that list that I have less knowledge of their work, but a lot of those people I would not call lazy.
No,
I would not call lazy.
No, I don't think there's anyone in the most recent cuts that I would call lazy at all. Like let's say Katana Chance, Casey Catanzaro, like she initially retired in 2019 because of her back issues, but then came back and she had that run with Caden Carter where they were like tag team champions, and they were getting pushed like crazy. Cora Jade was at the TNA Genesis challenging for Masha Slimovich's title. You have Jakara Jackson Oro Mensa, part of like the hilarious Metaphor stable. And then speaking of stables, like you had the entirety of Gallus that was also cut, and Gallus definitely was not lazy. Those are former tag team champions. And then you also had Gigi Dolan and Shotzi, who looked like they were about to have a stable of their own. Like, I guess, even though the moniker wasn't official, to me, they were Chemical X. Well, sugar, spice, and everything nice. Like, there was so much going for everyone. You just said that that Gigi Dolan was just in, like, the crowd is like, oh, she's getting called up and everything. And we've just recently had call-ups like Roxanne Perez and Julia that have made it over to the Raw roster. So it just seems like pushing that narrative of people that are lazy, it seems like you're digging for something that's not there, because obviously they have been workhorses in their own right. They have been pushed in their own right. And it does not make sense to call anyone. You have Braun Strowman, who obviously, like, he has missed a step, but by golly, the last two people that he pushed over, the last two people that he got over with Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu, having feuds with them, like, there's nothing lazy about that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's a weird take to be like, yeah, Braun Strowman was being lazy. It's like, no, like you said, like maybe lost his step, but like calling Braun Strowman lazy is like I don't know, calling Montez Ford not eccentric enough.
Right. It doesn't make sense. And another thing that doesn't make sense, and I know that we always have like this narrative about like, oh, well, they're getting cut because they're expensive, even though WrestleMania 41 was like one of the biggest gates, and what's his name? Ari Emanuel is about to be a billionaire because of the WWE UFC merger. Money things happen. It always comes down to like how much you're getting out of a person. So like we could just throw the whole expensive thing like aside. Like we get it. Cuts are going to happen. We get it. TKO is basically printing money. I don't know. I just think it's so weird for Dave Meltzer to put like I don't have like okay, maybe I have a little problem with the cuts, but I have more of a problem with Dave Meltzer's reasoning on the cuts.
That's going to be my take on it. No one likes cuts, but this was the most like this was one of the most least egregious cuts of recent memory.
Well,
in the past,
with the Dave Meltzer thing,
go ahead. There's been a lot of cuts where it's like, wow, really? Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, and oh, that's wow, it's terrible that they got rid of this one. It's like, yeah, there were a couple of like, oh man, that's awful, but nobody that we were just like, it was not like Bray Wyatt being cut levels of like, who, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dakota Kai, I think I'm saying we as fans, we were pushing for her to be the inaugural Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
Like she is someone that most everyone was like really high on. Someone that it like has already paid their dues and about to like get back in a big way by being a singles champion. And for her to be cut seems weird.
Oh no, it was definitely not like, there was a lot of cuts that definitely should not have happened. I just mean like of all the recent cuts in recent memory, this was one of the least egregious ones.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something.
I was like I will say I'm confused on Cora Jade, like given she's been injury prone. But you have already put her in the spotlight, so many times, and she does deliver.
I really think Dakota, Cora Jade, and Gigi Dolan's is going to end up somewhere. And I think wherever they ended up, they are all three going to be highly, highly motivated to show that they are more than what they were showed.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play a little game with y'all. Ace and Jake. Where do you think Braun Strowman's gonna end up?
TNA. Ace?
I'm not sure. I get the like become a coach vibe from him.
Coach?
Like a helper in the performance center or something.
Oh, I don't know. Braun to me, I think is made right now for what TNA is doing, because TNA right now is kind of building up, having some big guys, but then like re-shining the spotlight on the X division. And I think kind of what they did with Moose of having it be like this big guy that's X division champs that's facing all these high flyers, I can see them doing that with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman just, I don't know, he feels like a TNA guy to me.
I was honestly thinking that he would probably be a New Japan guy, because I would love there to be like bigger, beefier men, like a Vader,
I'm you know what, Ron? I was about to say something, but you may actually be right, because they just lost Naito and Bushi, so they got cash to spend out there.
Yeah,
and if he wouldn't mind going out there, you are correct. Like it's been a while since, because you have to think like Lesnar went to New Japan for a while.
Right.
Like you said, Vader. Like they haven't had that big beefy guy in a New Japan in a while. You know what?
And they had one in Jeff Cobb, but he just left New Japan.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I mean, I still think he could end up in TNA, but New Japan's not a bad spot.
I would love to see Braun in New Japan.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai.
AEW.
I was thinking that she was going to be the TNA one.
No, I think so. When she first got let go, her and Io and stuff, and then Triple H brought back for damage control, AEW was already talking to her then. And
so it might be the perfect. Yeah, okay.
I
right.
just
I forgot about that.
I can't see if they were already talking to her that Tony doesn't go, hey, come here and show them they were wrong, you know? Plus, she's also shown a lot of interest in wanting to wrestle like Stardom. And so that's something that
It's
AEW would
perfect.
be fine with letting her do. So yeah, I think she is. I think Dakota Kai is 100% AEW.
Now, like with AEW, I was thinking that was going to be perfect for Shayna Baszler.
I agree with that as well. I think you bring in Shayna Baszler, throw her. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily the Death Riders, but what Mina Shafir is doing right now, throw those two together and just let those two be like walking weapons that just buzzsaw the women's division. You know,
Yeah.
like I think, especially since it's looking like, you know, by the end of summer, Moxley will no longer be AEW champion. You can break up the Death Riders, and that would be a great place to land Shafir, because she's been building up like, hey, I'm doing arm drags and hip toss and these like snapmare hip tosses to like big guys. Put me in the women's division, and Shayna Baszler's here with me. We will mess everything up. Like, yeah, no, I think that could work.
Now, Ace, where do you think Katana Chance and Caden Carter end up?
Ooh, that one's trickier. Caden Chance, Katana Carter. TNA.
I would peg Caden Carter for TNA. I would say that Katana Chance might actually end up retiring.
I can see that. I actually wouldn't be surprised if they both go to do other things, you know? Because Carter was doing like Ninja Warrior and stuff like that before WWE, right? So
Katana was.
Oh, Katana. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So like I don't know, like I could see I could see maybe them both leaving wrestling and going to do something else, you know?
Like, if anything, Katana would be a great coach for AEW and their women's division, especially with like the physiques that AEW has kind of been neglecting, because like all you hear about is Chris Statlander, all you hear about is Megan Bayne. They're even saying Mariah may end up in WWE sooner than later. And then for Caden Carter, like she could end up being in Ring of Honor.
Now I could see that if like, because Tony does some stuff like that where he hires people for Ring of Honor, and if they show up and show out, he may bump them up to AEW. But I could see some of these people getting signed to just Ring of Honor. So
yeah.
I have forgotten about that. That makes sense.
So what would happen with Cora Jade?
So I've been thinking about this. And so she was already doing a lot of stuff with TNA, right?
Yeah.
So that would make sense. But I can
eventually
also
get the Jade Simovich match. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I can also see her being one of the girls that Tony may take a look at, you know?
Right.
But I guess in my opinion, it really boils down to
Cora Jade like debuts with a returning Sky Blue.
Dude, that'd be an interesting pairing.
Yeah.
That works.
Let's get women's tag team wrestling in AEW.
Oh no,
you could bring on Shafir and Baszler, get Jade and Sky like going.
I'm not saying this is going to happen, but like AEW, their women's division has been getting a lot better. But if let's throw it out there. Let's say they grab Baszler, Jade, Gigi, and Dakota, right? Let's just say they grab all four of them. Yeah, women's tag division is 100% something you can do now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have the two main titles and then a women's tag title. Yeah, like that's easily something you can do now, because we just said like Baszler and Shafir. You just said Cora Jade and Sky Blue. You already have Megan Bayne and who's she with? Who's Megan Bayne with? Blanking on her name.
Oh, which one? Because the only name that's popping up for me right now is Harley Cameron.
Not Harley Cameron.
Okay.
It's
I love
it's
Harley Cameron.
Sabian's wife that I can't think of her freaking name.
Oh, Penelope Ford.
Thank you. But yeah, the Penelope Ford is kind of like sort of her mouthpiece, but like also, but they could be a tag team.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they could easily start building up tag teams if they really wanted to, because they now have more women that their audience is interested watching wrestling. And if you get even more, you can now have enough women to do that tag division while still having enough women to not make your TBS title and world title scene like falter or seem less than. You have enough to where you don't have to subtract one to add to the other.
Exactly. The curious case of both Jakara Jackson and Oro Mensah.
I gotta be honest, I do not know.
That one's a little bit of a mystery for me.
Yeah. I can sit here and say a TNA or whatever, but I would honestly just be straight up guessing.
Yeah.
Like
I would feel the same way with Javier Bernal and Riley Osborne.
Yeah, most of the men released is going to be very interesting because I have not seen a lot of them, those guys. So I don't know where my interest level is, let alone what an interest level of another company would be.
Right.
So
here's something for you. I have both Gigi Dolan and Shotzi. Well, more so Gigi Dolan. I have her going to GCW because some of her work in the past, before she was in TNA, like it was very controversial. I mean, I remember, I think it was like 7-8 years ago where we talked about like the tampon spot.
Yes.
So I think Gigi Dolan would go back to being wild, out there, viral, and Shotzi could possibly have a run in Stardom.
Possibly.
If not GCW, because
GC
both of them
Dolan,
have the aesthetic, hands down.
Yeah, like Gigi Dolan's, I think may end up in like a TNA or an AEW eventually. But I do see the first time you see her, just unless some company just throws money at her, I can definitely see GCW being the first time you see her.
Yeah,
especially her.
Now, for the three men of Gallus, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, and Joe Coffey. What would you? So the three men of Gallus, Wolfgang, Mark Coffey, and Joe Coffey. I'm not sure about Wolfgang, but Mark and Joe could be another New Japan. Could be another New Japan pickup.
Yeah. See, because everyone I think is thinking TNA or AEW, but I think they are also definitely negating the fact that New Japan is losing people and New Japan needs people.
Right.
And these guys, some of them, New Japan will 1,000% pick up.
Right.
Because,
yeah. I don't know about Wolfgang, but Mark and Joe easily could do some great work in New Japan. Danny Palmer is one that I'm not sure about either.
Me neither. Like I said, a lot of the guys from NXT, I am either unfamiliar with or just haven't seen enough of their work to think of what company they would fit in with or what company would want them to try to fit in with.
Right. So Danny Palmer easily could just end up being in TNA. She's familiar with some of the people over there, and yeah. Because I think, they just TNA just signed Indy Hartwell. I think I said that last week. So, which also, by the way, another, LGBT like drop, but I digress. um,
I think you're trying to make a point with that there,
right.
Ron.
I always have an agenda.
No,
And
no.
I didn't know about Eddie Thorpe as much, but from what I'm reading, he is a product of the New Japan Dojo.
Yes, so Eddie Thorpe at one point was one of the original members of the Mighty Don't Kneel, not the group right now in New Japan, but
Yeah.
the tag team that started it. So he easily could go to New Japan and join that group.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm seeing in 2019 he was the New Japan Young Lion Cup winner.
Yes. No, he is one of the guys that I do know a lot about. I can see Tony maybe going after him, but I can also see New Japan wanting to overpay him and bring him back.
Yeah.
Because
now that I
wanting him to be part of that team, or I can definitely see them wanting him to feud with Gabe Kidd.
Oh my God! Anyone who feuds with Gabe Kidd is like hot commodity right now. Oh, let me tell you,
no, Gabe Kidd's awesome.
Loving Gabe Kidd.
Yes.
And when you also think about it, they also mentioned that the Ingobernables de Japón stable is no longer in action anymore. Like it is now officially like a dissolved stable. And then you had the stuff with Bullet Club now turning their backs on House of Torture. So things could happen. Have like a Young Lion stable. Like you get your Ren Narita, you get your Gabe Kidd, you get your Eddie Thorpe. Like make them like sort of stable too.
Yeah.
Like young lions that have made a name. I think it'd be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, no, I think it could work. I think that could easily work. Yeah. Do we know when the compete is done with a lot of these people, or are some of these people?
So anyone from NXT is 30 days. Anyone from the main roster is 90 days.
Ooh, so a lot of these NXT ladies will be available in June.
Right.
I'm calling it right now. If Tony wants more than one of these, at All In, we are getting a ladies casino battle royale.
That would be neat.
And some of these ladies will show up. Because think about if he is even considering getting, let's say, even two of these girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3. You have enough women. You could easily do that casino battle royale, and then therefore you're at a huge stage introducing new wrestlers that people already know on a huge stage.
Right.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening.
You know what I also see happening?
What's that?
Omega Okada happens, and right at the end, you see the heckin' guy himself, Mr. Naito, Mr. Destino, come out. I would be so stoked for that.
Okay, I would be stoked for that. Do you actually think Naito will go to AEW?
I think it would be fun for him.
So I think it would be.
I know that he probably won't do WWE because of how Shinsuke Nakamura was handled.
Agreed. I don't think he'll do WWE. The only reason I am curious, or I don't even know what the right word is, the only reason I am uncertain that he will go there is I just remember when Moxley was heavyweight champion, New Japan heavyweight champion, and him and Naito faced at Forbidden Door. Like Naito
it was lackluster.
Well, Naito acted like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, just give me the belt and go away. Right. It was very odd. And considering that Moxley is kind of Mr. AEW, I'm not saying Mox, knows how to do business, but it also just seemed like the first Forbidden Door Naito didn't show up. Then the next one Naito showed up and acted like he didn't want to be there. Like it just felt odd that like it's like would Naito want to go to AEW? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It may have just been an off night and nothing more to it. It just gave me a little bit of pause. Like, does this guy want to do this with this company?
Right, but also you got to think about this. Tony will shill the money.
If Tony thinks Naito will move a needle, if he thinks Naito will create good matches, or he can do something fun with Naito, he will pay that man. And or he will pay Bushi. He will pay one, if not both of them.
Yeah. And I know that they both WWE and AEW are pushing more of a lucha libre style onto their programming, so it's the perfect time to make that splash.
I mean, I would agree because both Bushi and Naito works a lucha libre type style.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's fun to see. Like, there's a bunch of moving pieces right now that could land in different places, and depending how whatever company uses those pieces, it could be a lot of fun. I mean,
right.
WWE just got a whole roster of talent that they can use on any of their main shows if they want to.
Yeah. I'm here for it. We'll see what happens. Just as long as Braun Strowman doesn't do control your narrative again, I think I'm pretty okay.
Oh God. Why'd you remind me of that?
He's not going to go to CYN. He's going to go into, what is it, America Freedom.
Oh, he's going to Real American shoot style freestyle show.
Have y'all realized that like that's not pro wrestling?
It's like catch wrestling, isn't it?
Yes. So basically, like not necessarily Olympic style wrestling, but like kind of like MMA, but wrestling is what they're going to try to do.
Right.
That's weird. Like I don't know. Like I'll have to see it to see if it's even a little entertaining, but that's just an odd thing to try to make go mainstream, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all he knows how to do is force something into the mainstream. Both of them.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Well, we'll see when the 30 days and the 90 days come up. So, yay! Roster cuts. Woo!
Boo roster cuts. Yay, excitement of where they may end up.
It's like free agency, like his hit again. But now, oh my gosh. That reminds me, the NFL draft is over. I need to start the league again.
Oh,
yeah, it's come around that time. I'm eager for Seth to lose his belt.
Ron, that doesn't start till August. You have a lot between now and August.
Yeah, I got a lot of studying to do because I want that belt. I don't want to come up second place for the third time in a row.
Yeah, we may have to give you a name like Mr. Second Place. Or,
I'm Mr. Poo Poo.
Yeah, you're Mr. Poo Poo because you're number 2.
Mr. Poo Poo.
Hey, that's fine.
Yeah, formal. You gotta address my prefix.
Hey, Ron, if me and you were a tag team, would we be Pee Kaka?
Yes.
Of course. Is that Ron?
Or if we're like a comedy stable, we could be Toilet Humor.
Toilet Humor. Ron, we're gonna workshop this name, and I think we need T-shirts for all in of our tag team.
Yeah, need a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I should make a all in T-shirt. Y'all in T-shirt. What am I thinking?
Make T-shirts in general, like all it takes is you to go, hey, can this be a shirt? And you send me a design, and I'll be like, all right, I'll put it up.
Yeah.
But new T-shirts, fun, yes, definitely. Ron, make all in, y'all in, quick pop, all in, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we need those shirts for that show.
Yeah, heck yeah, I'm totes down.
Okay, sounds good.
Probably be after the move though, but yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for the show. There's nothing anyone has to say or promote.
Absolutely
or do
nothing
or
anyone needs to promote.
Everyone wants to turn off the podcast right now. It's okay. We're fine with it. We've
Oh,
got
wait, Ace, you had something to say? Hold on, J. Hold on. I think Ace has something to say.
Ace.
Yeah,
really?
he's looking like he has something to say. For all those listening to the audio podcast, me and Jake are the only ones that are not on cam, while Ace is like fully blown, like you see the baby face and everything with his microphone and his cups and like his Warhammer paint supplies in the background. He's making sure to show that off. But it looks like, but I digress. It looks like he has something to say.
Ace.
Peer pressure is a hell of a drug. And here's the problem. I want to say something, but I also don't want to give you the satisfaction. But it is important for me to say it. But I don't want to condone this kind of behavior.
Ace, if you don't do it.
If you don't do it, we will.
We will. And you don't want our
plug. We will.
Or maybe you do want our plug.
I mean, here's the thing. I almost want to see what your plug is, remembering that this is for what it is for.
Oh, okay. You want our plug? Is that what you're saying?
You want the pluggy?
You want that plug? We got that plug.
111:41 and go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again.
Oh!
Sprung. Rabbits are doing what rabbits do to make a bunch of rabbit babies. Flowers are giving you pollen. You are weeping, but not because you're sad, but because of pollen. And because of all of that, Ace, yes, babyface Ace, our lovely, lovely man, is doing all he can and all he knows to raise money for those great folks at St. Jude. Ron, take it over. What else should we tell them, Ron?
So for the entire month of May, Mr. Ace of Spades card is going to be streaming constantly with Monster Hunter. He did Battlefield or Battleground, Battlefront. He did Battlefront yesterday. So you go over to twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card, ACEOFSPADESCARD. 100% of the donations will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital to fight childhood cancer and provide life-saving care, completely free for families. So let's raise hope, let's save lives, let's do it together. So please tell a friend, share the stream, make an impact. Use that hashtag St. Jude Play Live. Use that hashtag Twitch for Good. And remember, you got to honor our boy, Mr. Ace of Spades card, that's doing some great things. You know how we're a wrestling podcast and John Cena is like one of the biggest Make-A-Wish guys? To heck with them. We have Ace of Spades card here to create a difference for the children.
That's right, everybody. Wait, before Ace starts, that's right, everybody. Don't forget, he will be playing video games. You'll be giving him money. Make sure to comment what you are giving the money for. Like no matter what you ask Ace, he will do. While he's playing the video game, just give a big, huge amount. Give him $100, $200, $300 and just say what you want him to do on a stream, and he will do it. You want him to paint his fingernails? He'll do it. You want him to paint his face? He'll do it. You want him to dye his hair? He'll do it. You want him to have a cooking stream? Oh, he'll do it. If you want him to go into a rage room and just start beating up on a ton of Squishmallows and plushies, oh, he will do it. The more you donate, the more he will do. That is twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card.
So, to just narrow that actually pretty dang good little plug you gave me there, just narrow it down, just shape it.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna shape it. I'm gonna shape it
because you already put it out there. The clay is in front of me. I just want to make sure that people understand some of the more specifics. when you donate, you are donating directly to a Tiltify campaign that is supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. We do have a goal of $2,000 that we are reaching towards. We are 325 last I checked. I can pull it up just to be doubly sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 325 is where we left off as of Sunday. Nothing came in today, but that's okay. I don't usually expect a whole lot of stuff coming in on like podcast day because of the streaming software and whatnot. But I will tell you, all of your donations are both appreciated, and there are certain reward and incentives based things. You can see here, if you donate just $5, you get a printout of your favorite monster with a little message. You can go up on the wall of fame here. For an extra $25, you can get it turned into a button that I will custom make and send to you. For various donations of 10, 20, and everything, we have various flavors and versions of the Bean Boozled nasty beans. And yesterday, some psychopath made me eat these. And I'm not a spice guy. Jalapeno, I've had before, like a jalapeno. And I mean, like spicy, but something about like it when it's in that gel form, it sticks to your tongue and does not let go. And then someone donated $60, which is 3 times the amount that you have to do to get me to do a spicy bean. So I made the mistake of going, you know what? Since you did 3 times the amount, you can pick which bean I'm going to do. Even though I knew what he was going to say. And so I had a Carolina Reaper one yesterday, and I still don't taste things the same.
Have you shaved lines in your eyebrows yet?
No, and we're not going to do any kind of physical things. Normally, I would absolutely do physical things, but I'm also on par for getting a job where I have to actually go out to clients once again. So I had to put a curtail on like hair dyeing and things like that just because I have a decent chance of getting that position.
So on stream, you wear a Sabrina Carpenter shirt, right?
That involves buying Sabrina Carpenter's shirt. I don't have a problem with wearing a Sabrina Carpenter shirt, but I don't have a Sabrina Carpenter shirt.
Wait. Ace, am I to understand that if you get $100 more in the next 2 days, I can ship you, or just bring it to your house, a Sabrina Carpenter shirt, and you'll wear it for the rest of the month?
I mean, not like exclusively, but I mean,
on the stream. On the stream.
I don't know about exclusively because, like, you know, sometimes I just
Sabrina Carpenter Sundays, done deal.
Done deal. For the rest of the month, you will have Sabrina Carpenter Sundays with a Sabrina Carpenter shirt for St. Jude.
Yeah, donate $50 and he will do an entire stream in auto-tune.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Ace, why do me and Ron give you gold and you just poo-poo it?
I'm the poo-poo man here.
That's right. Ron's number 2.
Jake's number 1.
I'm number 1. I pee-pee boy.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out here that your idea of gold is really needing to be worked on.
$1,000. You take you take a bath in nothing but Mountain Dew. Of course, you'll wear like trunks and a shirt, maybe, but yeah, yes. $1,000. You take a bath in Mountain Dew.
Okay, so here's the deal. I was about to just be like, no, that's stupid, but like, if somebody out here,
you will do a review,
$1,000, then yes, I will absolutely do the podcast from a bathtub full of Mountain Dew. So,
Ace,
done deal. You heard it here first, folks.
Find your 4-digit friends.
Ace, don't make me write that check,
bro.
Twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card.
I don't think you understand. I got a Sam's Club membership and a dream. Like, if someone drops 4 digits, we'll make that happen.
Twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card.
I have to be Ace. I have to be honest.
$1,000.
If that happens, and you do the podcast live from a tub of Mountain Dew, we're all doing video that week because I need you to see my reaction to you talking about wrestling in a tub with Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew swim trunks on too. Trust me, I'll go full hog.
Whoa.
Hold on. No, we don't want no. This is for the kids, Ace. This is for the kids. Talk about full hog.
Sorry, now I just thought of all the dumb memes.
Wow.
Wow, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Ace is a pervert. Me and Ron are trying
No, all I could think of is that dumb meme of Craig's my hog. Yeah, I like pork sandwiches.
Oh God.
Oh, now
Me
all
and
I
Ron
can
try to
think
keep
of
a clean
dumb
show,
memes.
Ace. Look what you did.
Oh, you're a liar. Anyway, there you go. The challenge has been put out there.
$1,000. He swims in Mountain Dew.
$1,000. I will abuse my Sam's Club membership.
$2,000. He'll drink it.
No, that's good. You can't do
Ron, I am writing the check right now.
Oh, is it one of those like big checks?
Yes, I'm going to find a giant check and bring it to Ace on his stream and to let everyone know that next week it's Mountain Dew week, baby.
Woo! Do the do.
I don't think you understand how serious it is. Let me tell you, friends.
Just like that sick drop you heard, drop that money for twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card. St. Jude charity stream is this month. 100% donations go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to fight childhood cancer and provide life-saving care completely free for families. Let's get it. Let's raise hope. Let's save lives. Let's do it together. Twitch.tv/Ace of Spades card.